already telling me that my bitrate is lower than recommended, of course. This is a plan by the Rothschilds to keep us down, but we just keep going and we don't stop. Today, I am joined by Kronos. So true. Now let's get straight into it. And for there have been some unforeseen circumstances, so you're so there is a PNG, but we'll keep going. We won't succumb to the Rothschild's plan. But getting straight into it. It seems like Rovio is shutting down Angry Birds, the classic Angry Birds games, again. This happened once, I believe it was in 2019 or 2020, where Rovio shut down Angry Birds. Just like we're taking off the App Store. If you went to some APK mirror site on Android, then you could reinstall it, but it would not be on the official stores. So, this is happening again. And if we look at the announcement post, we have reviewed the business case of Rovio Classics Angry Birds, and due to the game's impact on our wider game portfolio, we have decided that Rovio Classics Angry Birds will be unlisted from the Google Play Store on Thursday, February 23rd. So that's already happened. That it seems like that Angry Birds is already taken down. Additionally, the game will be renamed to Red's First Flight on the App Store, pending further review. Rovio Classics Angry Birds will remain playable on devices on which the game has been downloaded, even after it has been unlisted. We understand that this is sad news for many fans, as well as the team that has worked hard to make Rovio Classics Angry Birds a reality. We are extremely grateful to the Angry Birds fans who have shown their love of the brand and this game from the beginning. We hope those fans can continue to bring that passion to our live Angry Birds Slingshot games, such as Angry Birds 2, Angry Birds Friends, and Angry Birds Journey, where our goal every day is to craft the best possible experience for players. So, as you can see, this is definitely to funnel the players of the classic Angry Birds games to the new ones, because it's to lessen the competition in the App Store so they don't have to compete with themselves. Yeah. Yep. That is exactly the case. I believe a developer even said so, that there's more microtransactions in the newer games than there are in the older games, which makes a lot of sense. And just and yeah, I remember I was playing Angry Birds back in like elementary school. That's pretty old. I was like I think it's definitely over 10 years old at this point, right? Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So funny moment. Just you were not hearable for the entire time. So
Oh, I wasn't hearable?
no, you weren't, but
I
now
couldn't
you
hear
are.
me?
Now you are.
Now I'm hearable. Okay. So I'm the Grateful Guido. You can find me on Twitter at Grateful Guido. And I'm Kronos. And I got a picture of an anime girl, but it's not an anime girl. It's a girl from a rhythm game. I'm not that much of a weeb, but
I
I'm
don't
I'm,
know.
I'm grateful to be
Arguably,
on this podcast.
arguably, rhythm games are a bit worse. They're a step
I don't
down
know.
from that.
Mm,
Yeah, but yeah. Continue your thought on Angry Birds.
Angry Birds, man. When you have a game that's way too popular and it's old, it reminds me of when a Battlefield game is really old. They're just like, oh man, we drummed up a lot of interest with this old Battlefield game. Let's release a new one, and then we'll make it harder to access the old game, or we'll make the servers worse. That's basically what companies do.
Yeah.
But they just want you to spend more money. That's how this industry stays afloat.
Yeah, exactly. So, just there's plenty of websites if you have an Android that are just like APK Mirror, something of the sort where you can just download from those third-party sites that back up every single version of every app. So, that's a good way to uh circumvent this. And notice how they're calling it Rovio Classics Angry Birds. Like
Yeah,
that's just to you
make
know
it harder to search for.
yeah, basically. You have to, it's like this is the old one, all right? You should be playing the new one.
Uh-huh.
And I have played Angry Birds 2. It's all right. I like it. I mean, it's a decent enough game, I didn't find the microtransactions to be too intrusive. There might have been a battle pass in Angry Birds 2. I honestly don't even remember.
Every game's got a battle pass nowadays. Even rhythm games have battle passes nowadays. It's crazy.
Unlock new songs.
No, it's not songs. It's all like cosmetics because I don't know. Because you want to pimp out your profile when you're dunking on Koreans online.
Real. So it looks like that the old Angry Birds games going down, and I mean, do you remember those Angry Birds games have been ported to like Xbox and 3DS and all the
Yeah,
other systems?
those ports get abandoned very quickly. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's it's gonna be the only official way to play the game soon.
Yep.
They might skyrocket on eBay. Who knows?
Yeah, it's just like when Flappy Bird got shut down by the creator, and then like
Hmm.
they were trying to sell phones for like $1,000, but people found a way to emulate it. There are clones out there, and
Yeah,
then people just stopped caring. Like eventually, a game gets so old, and other games replace it, where people just stop caring. It's happened time and time again.
yeah. That's mostly a phenomenon with the mobile games. To be fair.
Yeah,
It's like PS2 games. Though those are getting pretty expensive now. I mean DS games. They're only like, 10 to 15 years old for the most part. But
they overprinted a lot of DS games, though. That's
mm,
why they're still cheap. So
they've gotten really expensive since
the
2020.
Pokemon games, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most of them in general like are still holding strong at like at least $30.
Yeah, Platinum's at like holding at 120. I think it's gonna crash because I think people are just hoarding copies
Yeah.
and they just don't want to. They just want to hold their money, and they're not making any money off of them. They're just saying it's worth more because they don't want to sell it.
Yeah, yeah, I saw Pokemon White 2 on sale for $150.
Yeah, that's crazy. Considering 2 years ago you could get it for 40 on Amazon because they had the UAE version. The UAE version is compatible with the US Nintendo DS, and you could pick up a copy of that for $40.
I
And that's
really
what I did.
wish
Pokemon Black and White too.
I really wish I knew about that. I
Yeah.
missed the boat.
Yep. They had about 80,000 copies they were trying to get rid of. Not many people hopped on the wagon, but they were brand new sealed copies for $40, and now it's a lot of money for those games, and they're good games. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like I'm pretty sure Angry Birds Star Wars was like just delisted. It was like probably a while ago because of obviously the licensing with the movies that
mhm.
was taken down from everything. So maybe the same thing with Rovio. Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, but I think or not Rio. Yeah, that's the movie.
Oh, Angry Birds Rio.
Yeah, Angry Birds Rio.
Is it, I forgot that was a thing. Thanks for reminding me.
That yeah, I feel like everybody would no. The only times I ever heard Rio, like past like 2015, let's just say. It was always is when like the like blue bird species went extinct in like 2020.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was like with Angry Birds. That's like that's how Rio got cemented as a mainstay.
Mhm.
But it looks like we have another game shutting down. It's the online servers are shutting down. You will not be able to play this at all. You can't, like, all your microtransactions down the drain. Gonna be worth nothing. So, if you remember Rumbleverse, this game was announced in December of 2021. It's by Epic Games, and like I remember reacting to it. I was like, "This is stupid. This looks like a Knockout City, but worse."
Yeah,
Surprisingly, even back then, for like December 2021, I was pretty much smaller than I am now. I think like less than half the size, and then like it still got like like 600 views. Like I don't know, like just dunking on this game got me mild success for one video, because I think everybody just knew how like stupid it was. I don't know anybody who actually played this.
I had a friend who wanted me to play it with him. He's like, "Oh, hey, look, this is a cool game we can play, right?" And this guy played League of Legends, so take this with a grain of salt. So,
Yeah.
like at that point in my life, it was a very low point in my life. I was considering Rumbleverse, and then I thought to myself, I think I'm better than Rumbleverse, so I decided not to.
Yeah, also, yeah, you'd have to connect through the Epic Game Store, but
Oh yeah.
this was a year, just about. I don't
Hmm.
know when it launched, but from announcement to shutting down, 14 months, if you're being generous. That's how long it took for this game to go down. So just know that any of these online services, they can go away like that. The writing was on the wall because nobody talked about it. That's the writing on the wall. Yeah. I feel like Epic Games could have promoted this more, maybe, but that's besides the point. This game does not look all that good. So, yeah, I never played it. So, rest in peace. Maybe.
Rest in peace, soldier. You fought well, but you're not as good as that Smite knockoff. There's a Smite knockoff of this game now. It's
Oh,
like Super Smash Brothers, but with all the Smite
oh,
heroes. I pl-
Brawlhalla.
yeah, no, not Brawlhalla. It's a 3D fighter.
Oh,
I
okay.
I
Hmm.
played it with a friend for a night, and I got so angry that I almost broke something. So I'm not going to play that game again.
Very cool. Yeah, and yeah, moving on to the next topic. So there was a PlayStation, what the basically the equivalent of the Direct. PlayStation Now, is it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, or is that the TVs? I don't know. So basically, PlayStation had their own little Direct and featured Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So it turns out that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be internet connection required, even if you're playing single player. And this is on the official FAQ. If we go down, if or just Control F, and then we type in internet, or if I can spell internet, boom. Does Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League support local co-op? Co-op mode will only be available online with an internet connection. This game does not support local co-op. Is an internet connection required to play Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? Yes, the internet connection is required to play Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League solo or via online co-op. Well, well, this game seems very dead on arrival. Imagine being Kevin Conroy in your final voice role. Is it Cronus? Are you speaking? If you can, I can't hear
I'm
you.
not speaking. I'm
Okay.
listening to you.
Yeah, I just saw the Discord thing lighting up and just oh yeah, just Kevin Conroy just is in just this might make what Arkham Knights, Gotham Knights, that game. That might make that game look good. I don't know. Like this, it just looks like a poorly done Destiny 2 clone, and Destiny 2 is arguably very poorly done.
What was that game that was like Destiny, but it was in New York City? That's what it reminds me of. It's probably gonna be like
Hmm.
that. It was a Ubisoft game. I just forgot the name of it. It's like slipping. There were two of them. The Division. That's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like the Division with all your favorite Funko Pop characters in it.
Funko
So
Pop characters.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it's gonna be.
yes, it has the new Harley Quinn ever since like 2016 Suicide Squad. It's
Oh
like
man,
this is what
I
she
thought they
looks
were
like now.
replacing her. I thought they were replacing her too.
Nah. Or wait, are they? I don't even know. I
There's
know.
so many different multiverses and stuff. I'm not aware of
No, like cuz
half this
in the
stuff.
new Shazam trailer, he mentions uh Aquaman and Flash. It's like out of everybody that stays, all right, Flash stays in the
Flash
DCEU.
things. Wasn't that guy that committed battery or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that weirdo.
And a multitude of other stuff.
Yeah, other crimes. I'm I'm all for being a criminal, but just don't be like proud of being a criminal. Like that's just irreparable.
Yes. All right, dude. We need that quote on like we need that quote on like a shirt. I'm down for being a criminal. Just don't be proud of being a criminal.
Yep, don't be proud.
Don't be proud. Yeah. So this game did look pretty good. Like I'm pretty sure it was announced 2020. That's when we got our first look at gameplay. At least it looked pretty good. And now it's just the online only thing that that is a frequent trend that I very much dislike, but I don't think it's gonna work in this game's favor at all.
Yeah. It got delayed a few times. So it's probably in development hell. It might be
Yeah,
really buggy when it comes out. I wouldn't be surprised.
and this
These
is
kind of games do that.
this is gonna be connected to the Arkham games.
Oh, the Arkham City series?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you just know this is how Rock City's bouncing back. This is the return of Batman, Arkham, and it's not gonna be the same.
I think when the housing market crashes, I think all these like superhero IPs, they're going down the drain, man. I just think we need a new generation of superheroes that's more relatable to our generation because these guys just I don't see people relating to them as much as uh as they were before, like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s,
I mean,
Just
I
not the
relate
same.
to the Joker heavily.
Yeah, the Joker's cool. He can stay.
He can stay. Yeah, even yeah, like even with like Ant-Man just came out, and like more people are talking about Cocaine Bear, and then like probably Jesus Revolution maybe. I haven't seen
Yeah.
Jesus Revolution yet. I want to.
I think somebody in my Christian Vocaloid server watched that movie.
Is it good, or did he say it was good?
Yeah, she said it was awesome.
Rip misgendered someone. It's so over.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, but yeah, I do talk to women.
Oh, that's impossible. Impossible. Moving on. Nintendo, or basically like every platform tweeted, but Mega Man X DLC is coming to Minecraft with levels, 10 new skins, and the Mega Man X soundtrack. And if we hopefully this doesn't get me a copyright. I mean, it's just a trailer, I think. I don't
Yeah, as
know.
long as you don't play audio, just don't play audio.
I mean, it's like 16-bit Mega Man music. I think we should
Okay,
be
yeah,
good.
I think you're good.
I think. Wait. Okay, that's like the Capcom. Okay, yeah. So, there's just Mega Man at not classic Mega Man, Mega Man X. So, and it's actual side scrolling. Wow, this is definitely the first level. But this is very reminiscent of the Sonic one they did a couple years back. Um, that one was basically like boost gameplay, but for the classics, like of course Green Hill Zone would be there. It's just kind of a mishmash. I can imagine this being the same thing, and also Pac-Man. We have Pac-Man, Sonic, and Mega Man X in Minecraft.
It's crazy.
That's just like Smash 4, All right, remember those are the third-party characters in Smash 4 or the Wii U and 3DS to clarify. But like,
But how much does this cost though? Did they show a
um,
price tag? Is it like $10?
I don't know. It might be pricier than 10 bucks, or I think you buy these in like the Minecraft mine coin currency.
Oh yeah, you have to get
Because
their Minecoin
yeah,
NFT.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so it looks like the first game. It's just like, and you can play multiplayer. I mean, I could, I could imagine myself playing this on stream. It's available now. Discover more at Minecraft.net. All right. Are we got? I think I'm gonna fact check this.
It's 1340
Oh,
Microsoft coins,
okay,
Minecraft coins. I don't know how
okay.
much that is. Mine
Yeah.
coins to USD?
I think it's kind of like a very like easy to understand. But here's the thing: you can't buy that exact amount. You're gonna have to
No, you
like buy
can't.
more. Yeah. Is there?
It's like 10. You're probably gonna have to buy like $10 worth of.
Yeah.
It says it's about $8 worth of coins, so you're probably gonna have to buy $10 worth of coins
Right,
to
right.
to
You're
to
gonna
buy
you're
it.
gonna have some left over, and then you're gonna be compelled to buy the other stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna have to buy a cape with brown and black accents, and it's gonna look terrible. But you're gonna feel like you need to use the items you bought because you spent your mine coins on it.
Yeah, exactly. It's and that's not FOMO, is all right. I don't know. The sunk cost fallacy. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, sunk cost fallacy.
Sunk cost fallacy. Yes. But I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty I like, these are very much well developed. Just even if I very much disagree with the monetization practices of Minecraft Bedrock, because the whole online community. I mean, it's cool how like people can make their stuff free and like or not or people can make their own stuff, post it to the Minecraft store, and then get a revenue cut from it.
Yeah,
Microsoft still gets too much of the revenue cut from it, but still.
yeah. You remember the first mashup they ever did? I
Uh,
forget which would. It was either Mass Effect or Skyrim. I forget which
yeah, is
one,
one of the two. Yeah,
but
and
the Skyrim one was actually pretty good for the
yeah,
time.
yeah, those classic ones were amazing. Like the Halloween mashup, even though that wasn't like a licensed one. It's like because like if you don't know that the console ports were all done by 4J Studios until the
Mm-hmm.
Bedrock edition. But now that Bedrock edition is out, 4J Studios is like a creator on the Minecraft store. So they just make their own maps and stuff.
Did they develop for Bedrock too? Isn't that
Uh
what they were?
I don't I don't know. I would imagine they do.
Yeah.
But like I mean like as far as we know, it's just like cuz we don't see them in the credits here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Mojang in the bottom left. So that doesn't that like I'd imagine I think 4J literally just got demoted to like you have a store page on our store.
They might just not be. They might have never gotten bought out by Microsoft, so they might just not have any affiliation with the games anymore. They
Yeah.
slowly get weaned out because they did the ports for the original Minecraft, which were really great. They were awesome. And then when they started development on Bedrock, they kind of just formed a new team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Yeah, leave a like if you think I should play Minecraft on stream. I
I like
had
this stream.
like the stream. I made a Minecraft thumbnail a while ago, but I just never really it's just like, eventually. I'll use it eventually.
I think I was there when you made it. That was a funny thumbnail.
Oh, wait, yeah. Wait, I'm trying to think, like I'm trying to go through like how long ago was this? I can't even see it. I'm
It was
looking
like
at
a
my
month.
folder.
Like a
Yeah,
month ago.
forever ago. Exactly. Let's separate them, segregate them by type. There we go, Minecraft. All right, then. Oh wait, okay, so yeah, we're just gonna copy it. Boom. See, that's my perfect Minecraft thumbnail. My amazing Minecraft thumbnail. Moving on. Nintendo confirms it will not be at E3 2023. So, this is basically the coffin, the nail in the coffin for E3. It's never going to be as big as it once was because I'm pretty sure both Sony and Nintendo, I believe Microsoft too, not going to be at E3.
Yeah, I think Microsoft confirmed it a long time ago, and I think like 2 months ago. I think E3 is done. I
Yeah.
think game companies are done spending money promoting. They don't want to spend any money anymore. They want to get their product out there just with social media and interactions and
Hmm.
giving away free merchandise. That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
also there's a bunch of other events that are probably much cheaper like Gamescom. Like, basically they could just show off some stuff at Gamescom. It'd be much cheaper. And that's where you
Yeah,
could play your stuff.
I just think this whole like turning a convention because that's what it starts out as.
Yeah.
It starts out as a convention, and then they bring in the actual companies, and the companies start to lose interest because they have to be responsible for everyone attending.
Yeah.
And I don't think they want to have a situation where there's a kid coming on stage talking about Bill Clinton being a rabbi. I don't think that they want that to happen anymore.
Yeah, and Nintendo kind of started the thing where they just did a pre-recorded thing, and then that's the E3. That's their
Yeah.
E3, and then you could play. This wouldn't be like televised for the most part, but you would be able to play, say, like the new Nintendo game, or that's coming out soon. You get a hands-on preview at Breath of the Wild, Mario Maker back in like 2015. But we no longer live in that world.
No, we do not.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I really like the crappy phone footage of like Mario Maker, and then that being analyzed for like
It's like
ever for like ever.
yeah, I like when companies are more mysterious about their marketing because it drums up hype because they're like, "Oh, what are they going to do?" Now they have to appeal to like the Reddit crowd. Is like the Reddit crowd wants to know everything up front
Yeah.
or else they feel cheated. And
Yeah.
I don't think that mindset gets you anywhere. I think that gets you that just gives you disappointment because you're getting all your information up front. So if the game's bad, you're gonna know months prior, and you're not gonna want to buy it. But it's just not good marketing. You gotta put the product out there with very little gameplay. Show them as little as possible so they buy the game and then they get disappointed if it's a bad game. If you really want to sell a bad game like that, but
Yeah, I mean the some of the licensed games pretty bad. I mean, I do like kind of I do want to know generally of the game I'm playing before I get into it.
hmm
And there are times where I just bought a game, didn't know much about it before going in, very much disappointed.
yeah,
Where I just
I'm glad Steam has a refund system. That's what I'm grateful for that.
I'm glad GameStop will give me like 5% of what I paid for it. Yeah. So, rip E3. Rip Bozo.
Nobody's gonna miss it. I don't think it's gonna be remembered that well. And it was only around for like what 20 years. That's it.
Yeah,
Like it was
or a little more than that, but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because E3 didn't even happen last year, did it?
I haven't really been paying attention. I don't think it did
Exactly.
because I was like, oh, E3's happening, and I would always like watch a few things. I wouldn't like watch the whole thing. I just watch snippets, but I don't think they're doing that kind of stuff anymore. They don't want to spend the time or the money
Yeah.
or hire people because they have to hire like production crews, and that's expensive, especially in LA when people want tons of money for just being a grip like on a camera.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember in 2021, Rockstar or Take Two, it was either Rockstar or the parent company. They did an E3 segment but it was literally just about like racial consciousness or whatever. That was
Wow,
like it's just a whole like Zoom therapy session or whatever. It's like,
that's crazy.
yeah, great, great announcement, guys. There was nothing.
It's like the Sesame Street like COVID-19 stream. Like, who asked for that? Nobody asked for that. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to see Elmo's dad talking about the COVID vaccine.
uh, moving on. Mortal Kombat 12 is set for release this year, according to Investors Call. So, this was just like done by the CEO of Warner, David Zaslav, and you may is David Zaslav is very much a controversial figure because he's the one axing all of the you know animation studios that aren't making a profit, and also taking some animation series off of HBO Max. So that I that is a bit of poisoning the well, but that is what he has done historically. But it looks like Zaslav gushed over the success of Hogwarts Legacy, which Warner sold more than 12 million copies in just 2 weeks, generating 850 millions in revenue. So, and I believe there has already been a bit of a tease for a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy. So, Mortal Kombat 12 was teased in January 2022, but as far as I know, this was the first mention of the game in official channels. Assuming it's being developed by NetherRealm, the statement strongly suggests that it's coming ahead of an Injustice game, which some fans have been patiently waiting for. In fact, the Joker appeared to be teasing Injustice 3 when he appeared in Mortal Kombat 11 3 years ago, but nothing has come out of it since.
I think it's a pretty simple. I think it's pretty simple. Injustice doesn't make money. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
And they don't want to make Injustice. They really don't. Because people always complain about that game being unbalanced. Like the Evo community for that game is one of the smallest, and when they put it in the Evo lineup, nobody watches it. So
Hmm.
everybody's watching Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Street Fighter. Those are like the big three.
So you think that it's just better for them to put some movie characters in Mortal Kombat as they did with the DLC for the last game than to
Yeah,
just yeah, because they had like Terminator, RoboCop, Joker. Um, there's yeah like a bunch of these movie properties in there.
it's
Which
gonna get wacky. They're
yeah.
gonna start putting anime characters in there too. That's what Tekken's doing. Tekken's putting anime characters in their game, and it's freaky to me seeing that art style clash.
Yeah. I mean, to like Tekken 7 let you completely customize your character, right?
Yeah,
And
you
just
can.
make abominations.
Not an abomination, but you can make some really annoying looking characters, and it's not fun to play against. I'll tell you that. That's why they ban it in tournaments. You can only pick like they make preset costumes for tournaments because people are just making really annoying, and they had to ban some of the costumes because they were just so that they would change the how the hitboxes looked.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very very weird.
You just don't do that in a fighting game.
No, you don't.
You just don't.
That was early in Tekken though. They got on it pretty quick. They banned the
Yeah.
costumes in tournament play. You can't be the Golem version of this one like big character because it makes him
Mhm.
look bigger than he actually is. So you might kick him with something and like your foot goes through his body because your costume is bigger than the actual hitbox.
That's not you don't make a fighting game like that.
Yeah, you just don't.
Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think there's not really much else. I'm not really much of a Mortal Kombat head. I know the fans didn't really like Mortal Kombat 11 when that came out.
Yeah, 11. I did play it on release. I paid the G2A prices. I did not pay the I did not pay the retail price for that game. But I immediately regretted it because I played it for like 3 hours. I beat the campaign, which the campaign was interesting. I will give
Mhm.
it that. But the multiplayer, the internet or the network code, the encoding that they used was not that great on launch. They fixed it later, but by the time they fixed it, Like 1,000 people were playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah, and they released Mortal Kombat on Switch, and that was I mean, it worked. It
It worked.
ran. You could play it. Just you're gonna need a micro SD card for the amount of content you need to download.
Yeah, that game was huge for how little content they had in that game. I think it's because it was all the cosmetics and there was like this separate mode that you had to like grind really hard to get all the cosmetics you wanted.
Hmm.
It was not very fun. The
Yeah,
secondary mode that they put in, the arcade mode.
yeah. I think that was the only thing that was on the cartridge for Switch. It's like,
What, the arcade mode?
yeah,
Wow.
basically. Okay, moving on to some more positive news. You could argue Nintendo and and the Mega Man X. You could argue that's positive, but Valve announces the 2023 Steam sale schedule. So, if you're buying a Steam game, you might want to hold up because it's all been announced. So, okay, so if we're going into the future, March 16th to 23rd spring sale, and I'm assuming the ones in bold are like going to be the really good sales. The Puzzle Sale or Puzzle Fest is happening from April 24th to May 1st. Sports Fest is starting on May 15th. Next Fest is happening on June 19th. The Summer Sale is June 29th to July 13th. Stealth Fest is happening July 24th. Visual Novel Fest is happening August 7th. Strategy Fest is happening August 28th. Shmup Fest is happening September 25th. Next Fest is happening October 9th. Return of Steam Scream Fest Halloween is October 26th and November 2nd. And finally, the last but the biggest two, the autumn sale and the winter sale. So yeah, just take a screenshot. Just take a screenshot of it of this right here. You might save some money from it because
Yeah, the smaller sales are just going to be generalized game types, but these
yeah,
bigger sales are just everything's going to be on sale. And the sales aren't as good as they used to be, but they're good if you want a refund because you're not going to be charging as much on your credit card.
yeah, the sales really just haven't been hitting it lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like I'm pretty sure the first time it really hit me was like the 2020 summer sale.
I miss the flash sales. They would have a game that would flash on screen for like an hour and it was like $3. You could get a really good game for like $3. But they don't do that anymore. They just don't. They tried to bring it back once in like 2018 or something, and then they didn't want to do it again. They're giving away too many copies of the game. I'm pretty sure. Games.
Probably. So So yeah, that's a look at the this year's Steam sales. So yeah, tell me, is there a game that you're looking forward to, but you don't you kind of you have in your wish list, but you're just kind of waiting for a sale? What game is that? Tell us in the comment section or the live chat down below.
Honestly, I'm waiting for Toho to be on sale, but it never goes on sale.
Never. Okay. Like I don't know for the amount of people that talk about Toho, I like have no idea what it is. Okay. Okay, there's like 8 Toho games. What's that?
There,
Or like, oh, okay, there's a lot. There's like more like 80 freaking Toho
800.
games.
There's 800 Toho games. Most of them are fan games. There's like 23 mainline games that the developer made, and then he has a rule set where if you make a fan game, you can only make a certain amount, you can only make a certain percentage of the profits or something. It's really weird. I would never want to get involved in that kind of stuff. It's just fan games are just I just don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm,
headache.
I mean, at least he allows you to profit off of fan games,
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
which that's cool. It's like because for most fan games, obviously like you can't just sell a fan game.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a one guy and I will give him this. He hasn't sold the rights to it yet. and I don't think he ever will. His son might if his son inherits the franchise. That franchise is worth a lot of money because in Japan, Toho sells really well, and it sells a ton of merchandise.
Yeah.
So if you can get the rights to that franchise, you can just say, since you own the rights, no more fan merchandise, no more fan games. I make all the money. If you really wanted to do that, be a butthole about it. So I can see that coming in the future.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. But before we move on to address the chat, Raven Slain says, I'm waiting for Sheep, a PS1 game, to appear in the shop.
Cheap.
Very cool. I don't know, I have not heard of it. But just you know, there's a checkpoint. There is a Mario movie direct happening on March 9th. Uh, obviously 2023. So, basically a little over a week from now. I think it's next Friday. I already do have a stream scheduled to react to the Mario movie. So, yeah, just if you look on my channel, you should be able to see there is a stream that, that will be me reacting to this. Yeah, so just look out for that next Friday, March 9th.
Is it time
Continue.
for us to get into a sponsor?
Yes, I think it's time for us to get into a sponsor. So, if you like anime and you like drinking tea or any assortment of beverages, then may I recommend you go to thedragonstreasure.com/manic and use code manic for 10% off your order of anime inspired tea. So yeah, right now I'm drinking I the Spirit Bomb tea, and it's really good. It's a little on the bitter side, but I'm expanding my horizons.
Yeah. This guy seems like he's got his mind right. He's on the grind. He's making a ton of tea, guys. This guy's making a ton of tea. You should check him out.
Real.
He's working real hard to get his product out there, and it seems of really great quality. So,
So true. Now, yeah, I put it in the I put it in the pin chat. So if you want to check that out, please go and check that out. It really every purchase helps support the channel. Moving on to Call of Duty releasing on Nintendo again for the first time in over a decade. I believe the last time there was a Call of Duty game on Nintendo, it was Black Ops 2 for Wii U, or it might have been Ghosts. I think it was
oh man.
Ghosts for Wii U.
Oh man, they actually did that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was either Black Ops 2 or Ghosts, if you want to fact check me on that.
Yeah, Ghost is on the Wii U. I don't know if they did anything else. COD, everybody just remembers Black Ops 2 on the Wii U because it had zombies and you could play
Yeah.
zombies on the toilet. It was one of the first games where you could play zombies on the toilet with like a full controller because it was
Mhm.
on the phone, right? You could play it on your mobile phone, but
Uh-huh.
it wasn't the same. It just
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah, and after that, obviously, because when it came to, I think Black Ops 3 was the game that came after Ghosts. Like the older consoles, that's when they started like cutting stuff from the older console editions. Because Black Ops 3, there was like no campaign on Xbox 360 or PS3. So like,
Yeah.
and they probably didn't even see it as worth it to even put it on Wii U at that point.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do here. Like, who's going to be playing Call of Duty on their Switch? They
Yeah.
are if you're playing Call of Duty, you probably already have a PS5. So
I could imagine it being like Call of Duty Mobile.
yeah,
I
yeah, that's
could
probably what they're gonna do because Call of Duty Mobile actually gets there's a lot of players on that.
Yeah, but
Surprisingly,
if we look at the agreement, because this is between Microsoft and Nintendo, so not Activision and Nintendo, which means that the deal with Microsoft and Activision has to go through. Um,
yeah,
obviously as a prerequisite for this to happen. So, as it says, Microsoft and Nintendo have now negotiated and signed a binding 10-year legal agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo players the same day as Xbox, with full feature and content parity. So they can experience Call of Duty just as Xbox and PlayStation gamers enjoy Call of Duty. So what I said about Call of Duty Mobile, I think they're actually just gonna put every mainline Call of Duty game on Switch.
yeah. Maybe the old ones. and have all the campaigns on there just so kids can experience the golden years of Call of Duty.
No, well, it says like so they can experience Call of Duty just as Xbox and PlayStation gamers.
Is this hinting towards a Microsoft and Nintendo collaboration console? Because I don't know.
I I I
They're gonna
doubt it.
need bigger hardware to do. Warzone 2 is really, it's not a small
It's
game,
like
and it's
200
really buggy.
gigabytes on the hard
Yeah, it's
drive.
huge. It's huge. I mean, the only way you could get away with running it on the Switch is if you did some kind of streaming technology, and
Yeah,
that would be very expensive.
yeah.
So,
There is cloud versions that
yeah,
are on Switch, but okay, okay. First off, Activision has to learn how to like compress their file sizes because every single year, like their file sizes for their games are just ridiculous. Like they need to fix that.
they've actually tried, and most of it is audio. It's uncompressed audio. And it's something to do with the technology that they have is that they need to use uncompressed audio to like make it work the way they want it to. They just don't have good enough coders working at Activision to make it work the way they want it to.
Yeah, maybe they can borrow some of Sakurai's Smash Bros. Technology to,
Yeah, I mean,
because
if Nintendo and Microsoft teamed up, that would be pretty cool, man. That would be pretty cool.
maybe, yeah. um, K Trill says there was one for the DS. Yeah, did you remember Call of Duty for the DS?
Yeah, I do. I played the zombies on it, and it gave me a headache because that game was really pixelated. It would always give me a
Yeah.
headache when I played it.
Did it run at like 15 frames a second?
It was 20 FPS, but you
It's not
get
much
what you
better.
get when you get when you're 13 years old and you have a DS and you want to play Call of Duty Zombies. So
Yeah. I didn't know what a frame rate was when I was
yeah, no, I didn't either. Why is this game slow? This game needs to run faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember having to explain what lag was to a friend. And it's just like when the game's like still going but you can't control it and it's freezing. So, yeah, sounds about right. So, do I hear some epic news? And this may be the return of Fortnite on my channel. So, Sheena, who is from what I'm aware, is a very prominent leaker in the Fortnite community, says that Fortnite X Attack on Titan is coming in Chapter 4 Season 2 Battle Pass. Eren Yeager will be the secret skin, and I believe this new season, Chapter 4 Season 2, is coming this weekend. That's what I've heard. I've updated Fortnite. I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah.
So I think this
This
is
is
pretty cool.
this is obviously to tie in with the they're splitting the final season of Attack on Titan into two parts.
And
Did you
three
hear
or
about
like
that?
in like four parts at this point, basically.
I don't know. They're splitting it up. All that's all I know. But this is definitely to hype it up because, they're
Yeah.
collaborating and they
Um.
want to get the anime out there. And the manga fans were so disappointed that they feel kind of cheated. So, I think this is like just trying to drum up hype in the more mainstream anime community because the manga
Yeah.
community already knows what's going to happen. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And the new Attack on Titan episode does come out tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow. So. And that'll be a 1 hour special. You bet I'm gonna watch it right when I see it. But yeah, I think. I mean, this is cool because I once they started bringing anime characters or like cartoon, the cartoon like uh they have My Hero Academia now in Fortnite. They have Naruto, Dragon Ball. So of course, yeah, Attack on Titan. Like, why is Attack on Titan out of the question? It wasn't. Now just wait until they bring in Chainsaw Man.
they're going to try to do anything they can to keep this game afloat. They don't care what it takes.
Yeah,
They're gonna get anybody they want because
yeah. See,
they have the hype, they have the marketing. So if you want to get your IP out there and you have enough money, you're probably gonna I mean, you're probably going to be approached by Epic Games and they're going to say to you, "Hey, you want your character in our game because we're struggling right now."
Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing is, just like if you ask me, hey, do you want Rumbleverse online or Eren Yeager in Fortnite? I'm of course gonna say Eren Yeager in Fortnite.
Yeah, who isn't, man?
who who isn't? Exactly. Yeah, I you know what? I think I might have to get that new battle pass. I might have to.
I have a confession to make.
Oh.
I've never played Fortnite.
Oh.
I've never played it. I've watched people play it, and I thought it was pretty fun watching people play it. And I'm glad people have fun playing the game. I'm not a hater,
Yeah.
so I'm just glad people are getting content for the game they love.
It's been a minute since I played it, to be fair. I used to be big on it in like 2018. I mean, you're like really big into it. Like,
Yeah.
because I was one of the OGs, you could say. I was one of the OGs. I had, the season 2, 3 battle pass, the OG.
You have the Pickle Rick skin.
I do have I know I have Rick. I have Rick
Are they
Sanchez.
are they gonna remove that skin because of the controversy? I wonder. That's gonna be weird.
I mean, well, it's a battle pass skin, so they never come back.
Yeah, I know that.
So I would
But the people
imagine.
still using it, they're gonna be doubling down. I for sure think about that.
Yeah, I really don't know. That would be funny to see, but I doubt it. I really do.
Hey Griffith, I am a real gamer. I play rhythm games though. Sorry. I'm a different kind of gamer. I had a Korean girlfriend in high school and she groomed me into becoming a rhythm game player. I'm sorry. We don't choose our battles.
We don't
We're given
choose
them.
our battles. Yeah, and Raven Slain says, should we have predicted Microsoft X Nintendo collab when Steve appeared in Smash?
Yes. Yes.
So
It's like the
everything
Dreamcast.
so everything's supporting your theory.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's all gonna support your theory. Raven Slain says, if I controlled Rewind, I would want Fortnite and Marquez Brownlee, Will Smith. Was that the what was it called? YouTube Rewind?
Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah. That's the only context I could imagine him saying that.
Will Smith is struggling right now. Pray for that man. He needs the help. If we
True.
can get Will Smith on this podcast, oh man.
That I doubt he even like really plays video games like that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have time
That would
for
be
that.
funny. That would be funny.
He doesn't even have time to produce music anymore. He used to do that all the time. Now he doesn't even have time for that.
He just cries now.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
does.
cuckold.
He goes to therapy.
All right, continuing on. Next month, mobile action shooter Mighty Doom will officially release. So, another mobile spin-off of a popular IP. This reminds me of a certain Gears of War game that that was announced. I remember that E3 announcement.
Yeah, I
Where
do too.
was
That
it?
was crazy.
Because it was it Gears 5 then?
Yeah, it was Gears 5 and then immediately after, like the trailer after the Gears 5 announcement, like I see a Funko Pop and I immediately my eyes just start like turning red, like with rage.
Yeah. So, what's how do you feel about the, basically this isn't exactly Funko Pop, but it's kind of the same.
No, it's not. It's a
Deal.
cutesy reboot of Doom. Mighty Doom. It's a mobile game. Oh
Yeah.
man. What is it, a side scroller?
Quite-
Or is it top down?
Imagine.
I think it's a
okay.
top down shooter.
Wait, yeah, let's see the official. If it's a top-down shooter, I can imagine that being good. Okay, this is just all CG. That's wait.
It is Funko Pop.
Wait, so these exist in game because I remember collecting these in Doom 2016.
Yeah. Those were the
figures,
collectibles.
Yeah, but so it's not exactly Funko Pop, but kind of like
They're trying to
marketable.
they're trying to go
figures.
around the Funko Pop brand because they don't want to pay the money, so they're just
Yeah.
like, well, screw it, we'll make our own brand.
Yeah. So if we just, okay, this, yeah, all CG, but just look at the very flat textures and the the very flat shading and colors. Yeah, very much a QT mobile spinoff.
Mm-hmm. They show no gameplay?
Oh wait, okay,
Oh, there's
okay. At the
gameplay.
very end, yeah, this is
Okay.
top down.
Okay. Top-down arcade shooter.
Yeah, roguelite
Oh,
gameplay.
roguelite as in you can grind for 12 hours to get a better item. That's what I'm guessing.
Or you pay up, or you pay up.
Yeah, you could pay
One of the
immediately and
two,
you legendary item.
exactly. Yeah. Oh, and looks like there are glory kills. Wait, so if you, yeah,
Yeah.
looks very looks very PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Mighty Doom is a game that exists. So, let's see. So its official release will be March 21st, 2023. Yeah.
Mighty Gunvolt. This guy in the chat's like, it's like it was related to Mighty Gunvolt, a Japanese game that pretty much spoofed Mighty Number 9.
I'm
You
pretty
remember Mighty Number 9? Oh my
I'm pretty
gosh.
sure Gunvolt came out before Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, it might have.
Yeah, well, I might be thinking of like Azure Striker Gunvolt.
Yeah,
That
this is
might be the
Mighty
one.
Gunvolt. Oh, Mighty Gunvolt came out in 2015. When did? Oh my
I
gosh,
think
it's
Mighty
been
Number
so
9 was
long.
2016.
Yeah, it got delayed so many times though.
Yeah. So it was, well, people were well aware. Like I developed an entire game and released it in between the time of announcement. That's how long it was delayed.
It's crazy how long ago Mighty Number 9 came out. It's like Mighty Number 9 came out 7 years ago. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, ain't that just crazy? Because I that was like that was an infamously bad game.
Yeah, it was kickstarted too by the it wasn't a guy that worked
KG
on
Inafune.
yeah, but he didn't actually work on the game.
Yeah,
He just pitched it. That's all he did.
yeah, and he claimed to be like the father of Mega Man, but that might not
Yeah.
be as true as we once thought.
He's a marketing guy now. Like all he does is marketing. He doesn't really create anything anymore.
Yeah. That's the case. But if we
But this
go
this looks like it's gonna die within a year.
Yeah, I mean I could see this having some legs to it, but definitely I'd say it'd cap out at 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be generous to it.
Mobile games are living their lifespans are getting shortened every year though. I think less and less
Yeah.
people are playing mobile games nowadays.
That is fair because Crash on the Run that came out. Well, that was like it was soft release in 2020, but didn't officially come out until 2021. Now it just shut down. And that wasn't like a very unpopular game, but yeah, who knows? Yeah, I could see it going either way.
Yep.
But moving on. Final Fantasy 16 will use accessibility items instead of difficulty levels. So
Man,
this is gonna be an interesting way to tackle the like optional difficulty because
they
you'll just get these items that are overpowered. I'm assuming like hopefully you'll know is like, hey, using this item will make it easier.
probably because I hope they make the game hard to begin with and then they like, "Oh, you can use these options." Accessibility items it says though. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Really odd.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I really don't understand what the point is here
Unless
because
you're making the game really easy and then
yeah, just stop using the items. Then it's hard.
yeah,
It's
make it like
just
Dark Souls where you have the broken sword so you can make it really difficult. So,
yeah. I mean, at least it's giving you the options to make it difficult. Unlike Pokemon,
yeah, Pokemon
unlike
doesn't even give you
Pokemon.
that.
More on that in a bit. So, do you? I mean, I feel like a standard difficulty level would probably be preferred because if you don't, for all those that aren't aware, the new ports of Persona 5 Royal on everything it comes with the DLC, but the DLC gives you personas that are very overpowered. And in these ports, you can just like get them and unlock them at any time, any point throughout the day, and it'll just like no matter what point that you grab these personas, they're just overpowered
Mm-hmm.
and just destroys everything.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with this, man, but people are gonna find a way to complain about it because it's Final Fantasy. Everybody always complains about Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that is true. Do you think? Do you think it's gonna? I don't know. Like, you think this is gonna be like a really big part of the game? Do you think this is gonna like fundamentally change anything, or do you think it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, there's that. That's
I
probably.
think most of the people playing Final Fantasy nowadays are just stoned. So at least in the West, in Japan, I don't know what they're doing over there, but all the people I know who play Final Fantasy in America are huge stoners, so they don't really care what's happening in their game as long as there's cool fights and dragons and swords. You know, as long as they're being entertained, it's like watching a movie. That's what new Final Fantasy games are like. So
Hmm.
as long as they're entertained, I think they'll be happy.
That reminds me of a certain other JRPG franchise.
Oh no.
I
Are we gonna get into it? Are we gonna get
yeah.
into the
Do you
big
want?
meaty?
I don't have a graphic for it yet, so I kind of have to I have to waffle a bit. But for those that aren't aware, there is on International Pokemon Day. There is a or Pokemon Direct. Is it called?
Yeah, it was a Pokemon Direct.
Yeah, like they call it something else. I feel like, but I don't care to remember. But if we, yeah, let me just copy this URL. If my
Oh
map
yeah, Sacred Smoke in the chat. Sacred Smoke. You know what I'm talking about, man. He's high and he's playing Final Fantasy Online right now.
real, what did okay okay? I just let me just copy this link and then put it in here. Boom. All right, Pokemon official Twitter account.
Oh man,
And
I watched this whole thing, man.
yeah, so there's new DLC. And this is this is not actual. It had to specify not actual gameplay footage. The real game does not look this good. Oh, it's a Chimecho.
I want that Chimecho chime. Sell that to me.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Do you like? I remember Chimecho in the anime. This has nothing to do with. Oh wait, yeah. So we don't actually get gameplay for the DLC. We're just like, hey, DLC for Scarlet and Violet. No gameplay, no gameplay at all. It's just confirmed.
Yeah.
And
So it's probably mid development, I'm guessing.
the
Like,
DLC is $35.
holy crap, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. And not to mention that, you know, Scarlet and Violet were each $60.
Yeah.
And not to mention if it's going to be the same, if it's going to follow the same pattern as Sword and Shield, then it's just going to be it's going to have the DLC separate for both versions.
Of course. Why not?
And it's going to sell it to you in a bundle.
Oh
It's,
man.
it's so yeah, so you know, if you want the full experience, it'll be $95 for both games, which would be like $190.
You watched the whole Pokemon Direct, right? Did you watch the whole thing?
I did not care to.
Oh my gosh. They got this new thing called Pokemon Sleep,
Oh yeah,
and it's like it ties into Pokemon Go and you can like find Pokemon when you're sleeping. It's really weird,
that
man.
was announced in 2019 and then no
Mhm.
or I think 2018 actually. And then literally nobody at all like talked about it afterwards because like it was just kind of you know they just announced it once and then never spoken about it again, but now
It's
it's
like the
back.
opposite of the Pokewalker. It's like you're paying for something that like incentivizes you to lay down all the time instead of like walk around. It's the antithesis of Pokemon Go. So,
So for Pokemon Sleep is it like that like how does it track that you're sleeping?
it's like I think you have to attach something. I think it goes
Hmm.
through like a watch. So I
Yeah.
think it tracks it through like a watch. And it might be a smartwatch app you can get so it tracks your sleep. I think it's and you can depending on the types of sleep you get different Pokemon. So so if you have a nightmare, it's like, oh look, it's Darkrai. You get
Imagine.
rewarded for having terrible sleep. That's pretty cool, I guess.
It'll make it up to you.
Yeah, it does.
So if we look at this, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet will have the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero DLC, released in 2 parts, of course. The Teal Mask, planned to release in fall 2023, and then the Indigo Mask, planned to release in winter of 2023. That seems like a very short turnaround. Like the DLC like the DLC between fall and winter, that's like 3 months.
Yeah.
That's because I'm pretty sure with Sword and Shield there's like a year in between, maybe 6 months. It might have been more 6 months because I think the first part of the DLC was like summer, and then it was
Yeah,
winter for the next time.
I think that this is like a one and done thing. They're gonna get the DLC out there, and then they're gonna be like, okay, we did it. Time to move on to our next project. Because I don't think they care about quality anymore when it comes to Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
they just want to spit out the cheapest product they can get out there because they know kids will buy it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And but with the winter 2023 release date, I think that kind of confirms there will not be a Pokemon game this year,
yeah,
which they're still developing DLC, so how how much will holding off this year help?
yeah, I don't know. They also have some other things. Pokemon has some other things planned. They're doing a reboot of the trading card game because
Oh.
the what's it called? The balance of the current game is so inflated. There's so much
Yeah.
HP
Yeah.
that they're just like we're gonna reprint the original set. We're gonna give them new borders so they look different. It's basically what Yu-Gi-Oh is doing, and it's like a mix of what Yu-Gi-Oh is doing and what World of Warcraft is doing, just releasing an old version of their game and
Yeah.
uh and seeing where that goes. They're gonna make a lot of money. I feel like they're gonna make a lot of money with that. So
New
that's
Pokemon.
one oh yeah, I saw the
The
oh man, the
Suicune
Suicune
looking
10.
thing. Oh, wait. Your audio just cut out unexpectedly. Wait, Cronus? Oh shoot. Okay, Discord crashed. Discord crashed for me. Uh-oh. 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 Wait, hold up. Okay, I have to restart Discord. All right. Well, that was unfortunate. Let me reconnect so we can get Kronos back on. Okay, are we
Oh
back? Yeah, there was
yeah.
Discord crashed.
Oh dang it.
Yeah, just to let you know.
Live? We're still live?
Yes, we're still live. It was just Discord that was the issue. Yeah, but the Suicune looking thing.
Yeah, the Cthulhu Suicune.
Yeah, is that a new Pokemon or like a different version of a new?
I think it's a new Pokemon. I don't
Okay.
think
And
they're
then
like releasing new Pokemon that are like basically just event Pokemon.
yeah, and this one's basically Virizion,
Yeah.
but like different.
Yeah, they didn't really change that one that much.
I mean, I don't know. She looks like man-made horrors beyond your comprehension.
Yeah, like a
Yeah, so Pokemon. Like yeah, I know because like once they introduce like the EX and Mega Evolutions and all that stuff,
yeah,
they
the prize cards
really,
were
yeah, the inflation of health just became really crazy.
it makes the game longer. So what they want to do is they want to make a shorter card game. I'm developing a card game right now,
Hmm.
and it takes a lot of work. And when you get to a certain point, you're adding too many mechanics, and you just got to start over. You just got to make a new
Yeah,
game or something.
yeah. So if we celebrate 3.5 years of Pokemon Masters with some champions, some legends, and an epic haul of gems and Pokemon TCG products. Visit Pokemon Masters EX on Instagram and tap for on there. Sorry for details. Yeah, remember this game?
Pokemon Masters EX.
Yeah, where you collect
I,
the collect the trainers.
oh my gosh, it's like, oh, I don't even. You don't even want to get me started about what I can say about that game, man.
Yeah, but for the last real part of Pokemon news, I think there's a new Pokemon stop motion Netflix series.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but
They're
I
doing
don't
it on Netflix.
yeah.
That concerns me.
Red
That really
flag.
concerns me. Yeah, big red flag. It might be good. You never know.
It might. You know, I mean, to be fair, you know, like Cyberpunk Edge Runners was, uh, you know,
Well liked.
Netflix.
It was well liked.
Yeah, it was well liked. So yeah, that's the Pokemon. How many times have we talked about Pokemon on the Gamer Gear podcast? Especially since Scarlet and Violet came out. But you know, there's just so much Pokemon news, and I just don't care about Pokemon anymore.
They're trying. It's so much. They're trying to do so much with the IP,
Yeah.
and I think it's getting tired. It's been getting tired since X and Y. I feel they need to take a big break from Pokemon.
I mean, they're not gonna take makes too
They're,
much
they're
money.
not. They're gonna milk it till it's dry.
Exactly. But that is all the topics that we have today. So if you're listening to this on Spotify, this is where we're gonna cut it off. If you're watching us live, I'll read your chats before we head out. So, yeah, I Have No Son says MMORPG formula was created in the early 2000s when the resources were sparse. Nowadays, you can make an MMORPG style game element wise, and it is not a problem resource wise. I'm thinking of host and go kind of MMORPG that does not need a central server. Sharing an IP should be enough. Master your EX, smiley face. Oh, yeah.
You remember those jokes on Twitter, man? Those were funny when those were going on.
I mean, I wasn't on Twitter like when this game came out.
Well, if
If
you
that.
spell out Pokemon Masters EX and put it in all caps, it looks like something it's not supposed to
Oh,
be.
Master
Yeah,
Sex.
yeah, huh?
Yeah, okay, I vaguely remember that now. Yeah, and oh yeah, by the way, guys, make sure you follow our guest Kronos on Twitter. I'll put his Twitter in the description and live chat.
Thank you, man. It's
Yeah,
been a pleasure being on this podcast. I think we hit it off pretty well for our first time. So
I mean, other than the multitude of technical
technical,
difficulties.
but that gives it some life, you know. We're human. We make mistakes. We're doing the
The
best we can.
computer's making the mistakes here.
We're doing the best we can, and people understand.
Yes. Yes, support the channel by buying the Dragon's Treasure tea. Um, I have continuing on with chat, Sacred Smoke. I Have No Son says Final Fantasy games were never brain busters. Fight ice with fire and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
They've had the same kind of people playing Final Fantasy games forever. Like they know their audience, they're gonna sell it. Final Fantasy's never going away. It just never is.
Yeah. Undying Rasputin says, Manic, why don't you have a Cash App? I'm working on it. It's in development, but you can always send a super chat through YouTube. There's that, and chances are if you send it through YouTube, that actually helps in the algorithm. I don't have any confirmation of that. It just sounds like that'd be true. Yeah, and yeah, I think DeAndre says Rip Manic died. That's
That's
real.
me. That was me.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
that's my
'cause
YouTube account with all my shit posts on it.
oh, that okay, wait, that's okay. You want me to rent you?
No, no, no. I have to I'm doing a live stream later this month, the
Oh.
31st of March. I am doing a live stream where I'm dressing up as a cowboy and I'm playing rhythm games.
Mhm.
So, and I have props, I have people coming on. It's going to be fun.
Very cool.
And I'm going to create a whole new channel for that. So when that happens, just follow my Twitter account at Grateful Guido, Grateful Guido on Twitter. That's where everything's happening. That's where all my schizophrenic ramblings go. And
Real.
yeah,
Real and true. Yeah. So, yeah, make sure you follow him on Twitter. I think we're about to head out. Thank you all for watching. Even if there's technical difficulties and I'm literally just a PNG. I'm just a marketable PNG. See you later.